Hello everyone, I'm back with a quick video. So in this quick video, we will discuss that how we can use Integromat to update rows, multiple rows in one table based on activity or in another table. So we have a pretty simple setup here. We have a table name as projects. And projects, we have project name, owner, status, and in tasks we have task name and we have the project which is assigned to that task, and we have the status. So here you can see that for one project we have multiple tasks, and so what we are trying to achieve is that, for example, if this project its status is like marked as in progress or done, so we want all the tasks as associated with this project to be updated. So in case the communication project is marked as done, we want all these tasks assigned to this project to be marked as done. So one important thing to note here, to achieve this kind of automation, we need a column like this, which is our last modified time column. This can be simply added if you go here and you add this last modified time. You can simply select this column and give it any name like last update date, last modified date as per your use case. So now this is our Airtable setup. What I will do is that I will simply go to Integromat and we will create a new scenario. I will click here and then it has opened a new scenario. So our source will be Airtable, since we have to first identify the record which has been updated. So we will first search in Airtable for a record like watch records. So this what this function does is that it watches all records which have been updated or created, right? So this is our Airtable connection. In case you have to add a new connection, you can simply add here and give an API token. API token is available in your Airtable settings. I will make us there is a separate video for that in my channel. So we will use this Airtable connection, and now we have to mention the base name, and our base is demo projects, and then we have to mention the table. So we have to read from projects, watch for any updates. So our trigger field which I mentioned is will be this last update date. I will just simply add last update date. So it is a last modified time column. So what it means that whenever there is an update, this automation will be skipped off. So this is a label field. So it determines that how the record will be recognized. It doesn't affect the way the code functions or the automation. You have to just select one label field. So it will be project. You can select any one. And then there is a limit for automations which are not updating so many records. You can set a limit of 10, so that would be fine. And since we have multiple views here, we can give grid view from which our automation will be selecting data. In case you have only one view, you can simply leave it empty. No formula required in this step. And then it is asking that when to start this. So from now on we will select. It means that from now on, if there is any update or change in any row in projects table, it will basically trigger this automation. So now what I will do is that I will just try to run this. I will just try to run this. It operation is successful, but it hasn't got any row. So just for testing, I will just change status of any of these to let's see in progress, and then I will test my integration again. And this time it has found a record, that project communication. It has been updated, and it has basically also this is the field on the basis of which it has basically identified the record when it is updated. And this is basically the label field which we were talking about, that it doesn't have any effect on the working, but it is there to identify the record. The next thing will be to add a module. So in this module, what we have to do is that we have to simply search the records. So what we will be doing is that, so first step is to basically identify the row, which row has been updated. Once we have identified, we will simply go to this table. This is our second step, and we have to identify records which are linked to that project which has been updated. So for communications in task, we want to find all the tasks which have the project communication, and simply if submit is updated, then we have to identify all the records which have project submit, all the tasks which have project submit. So our next step is to search records here. So to search records here, this is our function, search records. Just click here, and we will be using same Airtable connection. Base is same. So you can also choose a different base here, like you have multiple bases and you want the automation to be working on multiple bases. You can add multiple bases here, different bases here. Now we have tasks table which we have to search, and then sort column, like if you want to search on the sorted list, but we do not have to do that. And then view. So here we have only one view. We can, in case we have only one view, we shouldn't give any option. It will work fine that way as well, but we can also give the option here, select the option. And then this is the most important field, that based on which condition we have to search the records. So we have to search the task based on the project, and the value for this project is coming from our step 1. So I will just mention the field name here in the table where we want to search the records. So it will be project. So this is the field name, and then we have to give the value of the value for against which we have to search. So it will be project. So this one means that it is the value of the project which is coming from our step 1, which means the value of the project in the row which was updated, like the status for which was updated. So we will put this formula like column in the second table is equal to value from step 1. And also it is important to note to put the quotes here, otherwise the automation will fail. Just click here, and we do not need to change any of these. Press OK, and then just to test, we will just run this module again. And since we are testing the whole automation, we are not running, we are only running this module. It is asking for a value to test. I will just put communications here just to check that whether it will fetch all the tasks which have project communication, and it has succeeded, and it has found all the 3 tasks which have project communication, like all the 3 rows here, which means our first 2 steps are working, like first step and second step to search a record, search all the tasks with that project is working. Now here comes our last step, which is to update the records. We will simply go here, select update record, and then like base will be same in our case, it will be demo projects, and then table will be tasks. Like whenever a project status is completed, we have to update the task for the project. It will be tasks. And then record ID, this is the important field. The project ID will be the IDs which we have searched here, like all the records which were the output of step 2. So the ID should be this one, ID of step 2 here. And then which column we have to update? We have to update the column of status, and its value should be the value which was provided in step 1, like what was the status of the project, what was the project status changed to. So it will be like the column value of step 1. So okay, I will press OK here, and then Now, then I'm just testing this just to make sure. You can just give any ID here to just test this individual task. I will just put here the ID and the status done just to test if it is running fine. So here you can see it has updated only one task because we are doing just a test. So what I will do here is that move it to do, go here and let's see to do. So now what we want to do is that, so what we want to do now, our automation is completed. So we'll just test the whole automation. For example, this communication is changed to in progress. Our task is basically to do just run the automation once. So here you go, our whole automation is run. So it means our project was changed to in progress from to do. 3 tasks were identified and then all of these 3 were updated like in progress and in progress. Now let's do another test. Now I will change it to done and current data is in progress. I will just run the automation again and it is now changed to done. So our automation is working. What we can do is that we will turn it on. But now since I have created a trial account for just a demo, my interval is 15 minutes. It will be light once I make an update. After 15 minutes it will be updated. But if you have other plan, you can change. You can have a lesser interval. So the point is once you have testing automation, you can just gradually activate it. So now what will happen whenever there's a change here, it will be automatically reflected in this task table. So here's a demo. If you have any questions, my email address is in the description, or you can leave a comment, or if you need any kind of help regarding Airtable, please feel free to email me. Thank you.